I told you she was not going away. I have been telling you guys for months now this was coming. When someone is addicted to attention and they're accustomed to receiving unlimited attention, when that notoriety fades away, they will do anything to regain that attention. No different than a drug addict looking for their fix. Attention is a drug. Last fall, the National Institute of Health, they conducted a study which tied narcissism to the desire to be famous or the desire to maintain your own fame. Now, I am not a psychiatrist and I hate throwing around the word narcissist. I think people overuse it. Anytime someone is selfish or displays behavior that someone doesn't like, they like to label them as a narcissist. But the reason I bring it up, it's because that label has been directly applied to Megan Rapinoe throughout her career. From the outside looking in, this woman seems to crave attention. For almost a decade, Megan Rapinoe was completely unknown. She was making minimum wage playing semi-professional soccer in the NWSL. 2012, she wins a gold medal at the Olympics. No one cared. 2015, Megan Rapinoe won the World Cup. No one cared. When Meg walked through the airport, people thought she was just another confused birthing person who had pink hair. Lonely people. They were not asking Meg for her autograph. Young kids, they were more likely to ask, "Why in the hell is your hair pink?" It wasn't until she appropriated a strategy from Colin Kaepernick, a strategy utilized by failed professional athletes who weren't making the money or receiving the attention they desired. It wasn't until the Megster kneeled for the national anthem and went on a multi-year campaign of disrespecting America that she finally became famous and received the attention that she craved. Once Meg became the face of woke United Methodist, she became a multimillionaire. But here's the problem. In order for Meg to be effective, in order for Meg to receive attention, she's got to have a platform. She no longer has the platform of semi-professional soccer. She's now considered to be too old to collect money that men generated. Equal pay. So the Megster had to formulate a new strategy. How can I garner attention now that I am no longer capable of booting penalty kicks into the upper deck? Back in December, when her hair was still pink or maybe purple, maybe it was green. Who in the hell knows? All I know is it was still shorter than mine. But back in December, Meg decided to generate headlines by claiming that collecting minimum wage for the U.S. women's soccer team while also representing her own country was the worst job in the world. Now, this was a shocking admission to current and former employees in the WNBA dump. For the last 3 decades, being a WNBA dump diver was considered to be the worst job in the world. Female trash collectors, they aren't given the same benefits as the women on the U.S. women's soccer team. Those greedy bastards in the NBA, they're not sharing their revenue with dump divers. They're not splitting revenue 50-50. When Adam Silver is feeling charitable or needs a write-off for taxes, he will donate a few pesos to the WNBA just to keep them afloat. Other than that, the WNBA, they're on their own. November 2023, the woman who inspires prepubescent boys, she played for the final time in the NWSL in the championship game. The battle for the golden cucumber. 6 minutes into the game, Father Time caught up with Megan Rapinoe. Maybe Father Time was feeling like the rest of us, tired of hearing about this never-ending retirement tour that went on for 3 or 4 months? Whatever the case may be, Father Time caught up with Megan Rapinoe. She tore her Achilles 6 minutes into the battle for the golden cucumber. Now, according to the Megster, this was not an unfortunate injury. This wasn't age catching up to her. Instead, Meg decided to blame someone else. Watch for yourself.
I'm not a religious person or anything. And if there was a God, this is proof that there isn't. This is up. So, yeah, it's just
There is a reason I'm showing you that old clip. Yesterday, 3 months after Meg blamed God for her injury, she decided that it was time to explain herself. She knew that Americans were just clamoring for an explanation from the Megster. That press conference generated a lot of outrage that kept Meg in the headlines for a few weeks. Once that attention dissolved, she celebrated Christmas by claiming that representing her country was the worst job in the world. Yesterday, With that attention-seeking headline being a distant memory, Meg decided to reinsert herself into the mainstream. But before we get into that, let's get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends over at Ultimate Health and Wellness. As I have gotten older, especially as I've gotten into my late 30s, I've suddenly realized how important it is to exercise. Now, I'm not talking about exercise trying to look like Roger Royd with the massive deltoids. I'm talking about exercise just to feel good every day, live a healthy life. Problem for me though, I don't like going to the gym, which is why I have started using Ultimate Health and Wellness. The programs offered by Ultimate Health and Wellness, they are perfect for me because everything is online and I can use the program when it's convenient for me. They have this interesting workout series called the Billy Sticks. This particular exercise, it's a 6-part series, and the best part about it is the Billy Sticks are dual purpose. You can use them to exercise, and if you're into martial arts, the Billy Sticks are great for self-defense. Ultimate Health and Wellness, they offer over 200 workouts that are good for all ages and fitness levels. Most workouts are about 30 minutes in length, which is really all you need to live a healthy lifestyle. If you want to bulk up and add muscle, there's 20 different categories offered that will work you into shape. And if you're looking for the personal touch, Ultimate Health and Wellness, they offer one-on-one training over the internet with a coach who's got over 20 years of experience. So, click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL20. Receive 20% off your first purchase of the Billy Sticks program with Ultimate Health and Wellness. All right, yesterday, Meg and the Sue Bird, they took a break from rocking their nest and took a trip into New York City. They were in town to visit their good friend Pablo Torre. Casey, who in the hell is Pablo Torre? You never heard of Torre before? Torre competes in the lightweight division of huge embarrassing failures. He's not a heavyweight like his inspiration of failure, Bomani Jones. Torre used to collect woke welfare from the worldwide leader in woke, ESPN. When his welfare ultimately expired, he started hosting a podcast called Pablo Torre Finds Out He's a Huge Embarrassing Failure. Torre, you didn't need to waste all that time trying to find out if you're a failure. KC could have told you for free. I know you were disappointed last year when you didn't qualify, when you weren't nominated for the Huge Embarrassing Failure Awards. But there was a logical explanation as to why you weren't nominated. No one knows who the fuck you are. Yesterday, Torre, Meg, and Sue, they were having a nice little girl chat about who was the most accomplished failure. During the discussion, Megan Rapinoe went off on a tangent where she not only played the ultimate victim, she also said something that she knew would generate the attention that she desires. Watch for yourself.
I'm like a controversial figure and having people low-key like celebrate it, but then also like be so disingenuous about it that part is kind of funny too. I'm like, wow, you guys are in a special place in hell that you're celebrating this. I'm not going to that hell.
What you said in the press conference, which got people like just, again, disingenuously furious.
Somebody needs to check on the Christians. They're not okay. They also missed the whole joke, but okay.
That's the thing is that
I'm like, you guys missed it? Don't act like, you're surprised by me like making this joke about what happened or, finding a dig.
The
like,
dig was
funny.
at yourself too, because it was, I don't think people appreciated this because everyone was deeply triggered. Religiously and otherwise.
First of all, I don't remember anyone celebrating the fact that Megan Rapinoe was injured. The only celebration I remember was people celebrating the end of her soccer career. Soccer fans were excited that American soccer could finally get back to being about soccer. No more political lectures, no more tasting the rainbow, no more kneeling for the national anthem. Just kick the ball into the goal. It's that simple. Megan Rapinoe also claimed that she was joking back in November when she mocked God and Christianity. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to take her word for it. Not because I believe her. I don't believe anything that escapes the facial orifice of Megan Rapinoe. I'm going to take her word for it because I'm going to use her own argument against her. How many times in that clip did you hear the word disingenuous? Oh, these Christians, they're being disingenuous. They can't take a joke. Someone check on these Bible thumpers. They need help. Okay. Okay, Meg. Let me explain where I think most people have a problem with this. I don't mind jokes. Hell, I make jokes about people every day here on the channel. No one is off limits. I can't get upset with someone else if they make jokes about me. Why? Because that would make me disingenuous. It would make me a fraud. It would make me a hypocrite. Megan Rapinoe, she wants to make jokes about God. She wants to mock Christianity. That's fine. That's fine. But you can't turn around and play the ultimate victim when the joke is on you. When jokes are made about the community of rainbows, Megan Rapinoe calls it homophobic. When jokes are made about someone like Dylan Mulvaney or Leah Thomas, Meg wants to claim that we lack tolerance. And look, Megan Rapinoe is no dummy. She knows this. She knows exactly what she's doing. She pretends to be outraged because it creates attention. Just like she knew when she joked about Christianity yesterday with Torre Pablo that it would bring all the attention back onto Megan Rapinoe. She knows exactly what she's doing. First of all, why in the hell was Megan Rapinoe even on that show yesterday? Was she promoting a book? Is she promoting a movie? Maybe her and the Sue Bird are starring in a Valentine's Day special. Join us February 14th as we take you on a love journey following Woody the Woodpecker and the seduction of Tweety Bird. Other than seeking attention, what was the purpose of Megan Rapinoe appearing on that dump yesterday? And by the way, Pablo Torre, you want some unsolicited advice? Instead of worshiping at the feet of Megan Rapinoe, why don't you try holding her accountable? Meg didn't need the Sue Bird with her yesterday to provide support and affection. She was receiving plenty of that from Pablo Torre. He was falling all over himself trying to make Meg feel special. Oh, you're so right, Meg. All these white Christian nationalists, they are so disingenuous. Megan Rapinoe is not going away. She's not one of these athletes that ends her athletic career and just fades into the spotlight. Because Megan Rapinoe was never famous for being an athlete. She was famous for being a political activist. She was famous for creating controversy. That's where she gets her fix. I have a feeling Meg is just getting started. But give me your thoughts on this. Megan Rapinoe claims that she was joking about Christianity and calls you and me disingenuous if you were outraged. However, we are not allowed to make jokes about Megan Rapinoe. So who is disingenuous here? You saw both clips. I'll let you be the judge. Was Megan Rapinoe joking or was she mocking God and Christianity? You let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. I appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.